Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, please feel free to subscribe and jump on these ride-alongs with me. In today's episode, we try to once again unlock the gig matrix and make the most money in the least amount of time, traveling the least amount of miles possible. In today's video, we try to tackle Super Bowl Sunday and make $250 in 8 hours. Stay tuned to the episode to see how the entire day unfolds. If you guys like the video, please consider hitting the thumbs up button. If YouTube knows that you like the video, they might push it out to more people that they think might also like the video, and that'll help me grow this channel. Thanks in advance if you are so inclined, and let's jump right into the episode. Good morning, boys and girls. We are back at it again on a beautiful Super Bowl Sunday morning. We've been out for about 2 hours this morning so far. We're at about $56, so trending about $28 an hour so far. My goal today is to hit $250, but I wanted to capture some of the afternoon here. I'll throw up some of the orders that we did do this morning. I think I got a screenshot of 2 of them, but we currently have DoorDash on and Uber Eats on, and I'm going to turn Grubhub on and see if we get anything from that app. I did just accept this order on Uber Eats. It's a shop and pay for like $12.60. It's only 6 items, and Uber currently has a promotion going that if you complete 4 shop and pays in the next 2 days, you'll get an extra $30. So I think I might take a few more of these to try and get that bonus. But we will head over to Safeway and get this shop underway and get the episode rolling. All right, we have arrived here at the Safeway, and we will head on in and get this 6-item shop knocked out. All right, decorated cookie cake right here. Into the bin, on to the next. All right, Hot Pocket meatball and mozzarella, 12 pack. Into the bin. Off we go. Stoke Old and Smooth. Into the bucket. All right.
Oh, how do I walk right by those?
Dove, fresh and clean. All right, Speed Stick, Ocean Surf, 1 in the bin. All right, Angel Soft, 320. Mega. Into the bucket, and we are done. Headed to the checkout. All right, we have our grocery order in tow here, so we will get rolling down to the customer. It's about 2 miles down the road, and get this order dropped off.
Shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival, watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival.
All right, guys, we got that shop and pay order for Uber dropped off. It did show $12.83, I believe, from the start, so we'll check in an hour and see if that went up at all, and I'll throw the screenshot up. We did then accept this order. It's a double order, but it's going to the same house, which I love to do. One for Kung Fu Tea and one for Snooze AM Eatery. Both restaurants are right next to each other, and like I said, it's going to the same house for $17.50 total. So with that shop and pay and this order, if we get it done in under a half an hour, which I think we will, that's a $30 hour. So I will get headed over to the first pickup and get this order going. All right, we have arrived at the Kung Fu Tea. We'll go in and see if this is ready. Yeah, for Chris. All right, thank you. All right, those drinks come like kind of loose in a bag here, so I put it in my cooler here and just gonna prop it up with some bottles of water and get this sealed off and head over to the second pickup. All right, we have arrived at Snooze Eatery. I have had some severely long wait times at this restaurant, so we will cross our fingers and hope it's ready. Holy crap, guys, that order was ready and waiting on the counter. That is a first at that restaurant ever. So I guess crossing our fingers worked, but we will get this wrapped up and headed down the road and drop both of these orders off.
Entombed in my mind, can't seem to break away. Lost in time, thinking about better days. Do you ever get used to the pain? 'Cause I don't know if I can do this again. Now you got me wondering why you let me die alone inside. I died for you, I cried for you, I tried for you. Tell me why you left me bleeding. I died for you, I cried for you, I tried for you. Tell me why you left me bleeding.
All right, we got that double order dropped off. The first one for Kung Fu Tea was a $5.50 order. And then the second one for Snooze stayed here at $12, so $17.50 total on the order, and we did complete it in under 30 minutes. I also saw that Uber order went up quite a bit to like $19.44 or something like that. So we actually had even a better hour. It was more like a $36 hour. So pretty good on that one. We will tuck back in our zone here and wait for the next order to come in. All right, guys, that did not take very long at all. We just accepted this order for Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. It is $15.50. It's a little bit high on the miles. It's about 10 miles. So it's not quite $2 a mile, but with these orders, I say this a lot. It's taken me back to my zone, number one, which is where I want to go to. And number two, if I can do it in 30 minutes total, that's a $15 half hour, which paces us again for another $30 hour. So I'll take these all the time. As long as there's not a huge wait at the restaurant, we should get it done in under 30 minutes. So let's head on over to Bad Daddy's and get this picked up. All right, we have arrived at Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. They're usually pretty good with their orders here. So we will head on in and see if it's ready. All right, guys, that order was ready and waiting on the shelf for us. So we snatched it up in about 10 seconds. So we will get it wrapped up in the hot bag and headed down to the delivery.
Somewhere and dyed my hair now. Wanna be alone. It's much to bear and you don't care, and I won't play alone. I got you in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you, get you, get you, get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, get you, get you. Now you beg me please. Hey. Now I stay away, you were never meant to save me. story. Hate I even loved you, hate I fell in love with you.
All right, guys, we did get that order dropped off for Bad Daddy's, and it did stay here at $15.50. It did take about 25 minutes, so not a bad deal. Like I said before, anytime I can do an order that's $15, $16, $17, and I know I can do it in 30 minutes, I'll take it all day long because it paces us at $30 an hour, which is my goal. I don't really even care about miles that much because if it's 10 miles going out into the boonies, then it means it's going to be 10 miles back. So it's a 20-mile total order. With an order like the one I just did, it's 10 miles, but coming back into my zone where I can get an order immediately. So for me, it's so much more about the drop-off and the time. There's only 60 minutes at an hour, and I'm trying to get the most out of that 60 minutes that I can. So if I know I can take an order that's going to get me that kind of rate for half of the hour, I'm going to do it all the time. So we will sit back here in our zone and wait for the next banger to come in. Okay, we just got this order in. It is on Uber Eats for Bird Call. It's $10.40, I believe. The Bird Call is right across the street, and the total miles on this is 4. So I think I should be able to get it done in 15 to 20 minutes, which will still give us a chance for a $30 plus hour. So we will run over to the Bird Call and get this picked up. All right, we have arrived at the Bird Call. This restaurant is pretty good about orders being ready, so we will roll in there and see if ours is indeed ready. All right, that Bird Call order was ready on the shelf for us when we walked in. So it took about 10 seconds. We also got ourselves a bit of mod pizza for lunch that we will snack on throughout the day. But we will get this bag sealed up and headed down to the delivery.
When I'm lonely in the dark, I know you are with me, yeah. Don't you see that I need you so much? Don't you see that I love you so much? Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love.
All right, folks, we got that order for Uber Eats for Bird Call dropped off. I believe it started at 10:40, so I'll throw the screenshot up here if it did go up at all. We sat back in our zone for a little bit longer than I wanted to, about 10 minutes with nothing. So we got this Bird Call order in again, but this time for DoorDash. It's for $9, going about 5 miles. Once again, not quite $2 a mile, but once again, it is dropping in a zone where we could pick something up pretty quickly. And it's not too bad of an order. And the Bird Call is just right across the street here. So we will get rolling over there for Bird Call number 2. All right, we have arrived at the Bird Call once again. And as soon as I can find a spot to park, we will run in and grab up this order. All right, once again, as you saw, that order was ready and waiting on the shelf. So the Bird Call is killing it today with pickup times. So we will get this loaded up in the bag and rolling on down to the delivery.
I would never wait for something to let it go to waste. everything at stake. I thought I would take it all back. I just wanna make this thing last, but we're running out of time. We were doing alright, holding on, but I'm losing the fight. Could we run away? I know if we just hit ground, running, closing off all the world with the light coming in, bending before we break. Don't you know you and me, we can run away. You and me, we can run away. Run away, run away.
All right, folks, we got that second bird call order dropped off. It did stay here at $9, but again, not a bad run. And we got an order as soon as we dropped off. Just like I said, dropping off in a good zone helps out a lot, as opposed to having to deadhead all the way back to your zone. So this is a good example of that. We got a Walgreens order for $9.25. It's only 2 items and like 2 miles. So I will do that all day long. It looks like it's some Aleve and a heating pad. So we should be able to shop that in about 60 seconds. So we will head over here to the Walgreens and get this shop started. All right, we have arrived at the Walgreens. We will glide inside here and get these 2 items shopped and checked out. All right, looking for Aleve, back, and muscle pain. 24 count. Done. All right, we are looking for a heating pad. I don't think it's that one. Oh, that looks to be it. It took me forever to find this, so this shop was about 6 minutes and it should have been about 60 seconds. So we will get headed on out to the checkout. All right, we have our 2 item shop in the car here. Like I said on that last video, I could not find that heating pad. I asked an employee and he was running around in circles looking for it, so it took about 5 or 6 minutes longer than I thought it would, but not a big deal. So we will get headed down to the delivery and drop this off.
Yeah, shawty loves it, yeah, loves that I'm a dog. They don't want it, yeah, they scared of what I know. Told you the budget, yeah, I gotta get my own. Shout out my bros, this right here deserves a toast, yeah. A lot of people back home on my back and they know. Trying to get on my line, cause the people I know. Manifest this year, 7+ on the ropes. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows, yeah. I'm on the way, tell them I don't play. Yeah, I'm on the move, trying to get my pay. I might just move on and watch and pray. Yeah, I'm on the way, I'm on my way. Yeah. Manifest this year, 7+ on the ropes. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows.
All right, we got that Walgreens order dropped off. Did stay here at $9.25. But again, 2 items, 2 miles. I will do that all day long. I forgot to mention before, the previous hour, we ended up doing $26 because we had that $15.50 order from Bad Daddy's and then that $10.40 Uber order for Bird Call. So those are the only 2 we did in that hour. So it ended up being 26 for that hour. We're now into the next hour. And so far we were sitting at $18.25. So we've got about 15 more minutes to try and wedge another order in. So we will tuck back here in our zone and wait for that to come in. All right, we did just accept this order for Safeway Shop and Pay. It's about 7 items going 5 miles. Not great on the items to dollars. And most of the miles is back down to the Safeway. It's about 4 miles away, but it's for $11.75. And if I can get this wedged in this hour, It'll take us from $18.25 to exactly $30 for the hour, which is always our target. So most of this order is candy and like chips and Doritos, so it should be condensed into the same aisles. I don't think I'm going to record the shop because I want to go as fast as I possibly can and get this into the hour. So we will head down to the Safeway and get this shop going. All right, this is the entire order here. We did get it done in about 5 minutes, so we are headed to the checkout so we can roll down the road and get this dropped off. All right, we got our groceries in the car here. Like I said, it took about 5 minutes inside. The customer's about a mile away, so we'll head down to the delivery. Looks like we'll probably go over 5 to 7 minutes into the next hour, but that's all right. I'll just kind of jam it all in and try and make up for it in the next hour. But let's get rolling down the road here.
You always want what you can't have, and while you have it, you can. Still my heart, the moment I laid eyes on it. Well, how do you know how you
All right, guys, we got that Safeway shop and pay order dropped off, and it did stay here at $11.75. So it did give us a $30 hour. We went over about 6 minutes into the next hour, but not too big of a deal. I think I feel the Super Bowl rush starting to come on. It's going to start here in a couple of hours. So I may not record every delivery that I do. I'll try to screenshot the orders and the drop-offs and go through those more at the end of the day. Once again, if I record every delivery, the video is going to be too long. So we will take a pause here for the moment and get back with you later in the day. All right, guys, it looks like we are going to be punching the clock on the day. Things actually slowed up a bit through the Super Bowl hours, which was pretty crazy to me. It's almost like right when the Super Bowl kicked off, it just went silent. I only did like 5, maybe 6 orders in the last 3 hours, which is really pretty strange. I'm not sure if people just wanted to watch the game and they did all their ordering before, but it got pretty quiet pretty quick, like right at kickoff. So we kind of slowed down on our hourly average quite a bit. We were rolling really good with $30 hours throughout most of the day, but it brought our average down quite a bit there. But total orders that we did, like I said, I think it was 5 or 6. I'll throw some screenshots up here of the orders we did off camera. But like I said, just a little bit of a strange situation. I'm expecting Valentine's Day in a couple of days to be really busy with deliveries, probably a lot of flowers and candy and that kind of stuff. But typically, you know, I try and set the goal. Today's was 250, and I think I fell pretty short of that. But it's all right. It was still a pretty decent day overall. We were busy early on, which was surprising. I thought I'd actually get busy the later the day went. So anyway, here I will put up our total for the day for DoorDash. We are at 140 on the button. If you look at the 2 Sunday dashes right there. And then it also shows my total for the week, which I think was like 1,044, which is about average this time of year. It's better than January, but not what I like to be doing in, you know, February, March, April, kind of when it stays light a little bit longer and things like that. But it's about average. And then on Uber Eats, we did 61 and some change on the day. So total with the 2, it was about 201, which isn't bad, but on special days, I like to kind of target a little bit higher than that. And then on the week for Uber Eats, I think we were at 244. So combined with both of them, just under 1,300 on the week. And of course, you always have to factor in expenses. I use about $20 in gas a day, sometimes 15. It just depends. Gas is like $4.20 in my market right now, which is double what it was a few months ago. So that's not a good thing, but I'm about $20 a day. So about 140 of the week is gas. And then if you factor in, depreciation on your car or depreciation on tires or brakes or however you want to do that to factor in those expenses, they're not that high on a daily basis. I think I factor my tires as like $1.50 a day wear and tear. Brakes are about the same thing. So overall, there are some expenses, but all in all, for a week, that's not a bad living. I mean, that's not a bad wage right there, even on kind of a slower month, January and February time. So all in all, not a bad day and not a bad week, but we are going to throw in the towel for the evening here, and we will be back at it tomorrow, grinding away again on these apps. So I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night and or day, and we will catch up with you soon.
Take me in the snow.